Hello everyone, it really has been a while since I've done one of these. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at some redesigns of characters from a game that everyone knows is very horrible, or considered just most people, called Garden of BanBan. Long story short of what Garden of BanBan's plot is simply just a parent looking for their child in an abandoned kindergarten that somehow goes deeper than expected. That's it. Today's content will be showing my character designs of how these would look like in an alternative state. But it'll be shown from when they first appeared in their game timeline. Oh, by the way, there's some creepy imagery warning for some of you. Up first is Opila Bird. For Opila Bird, I had to change species from being a flamingo to an ostrich. I felt an ostrich fits more. This design also contains the fact that the body is more roundish, in a cartoonish fashion. Also, after a while, I do realize that the bird's face reminds me of the Cocoa Puff bird. Now, for the monster design. For Opila, I just made it more distorted and a little more realistic, from what it counts as realistic. For the talons, I made them actually look more accurate to an ostrich. Something to, I guess, symbolize unnaturalness. By the way, what I forgot to mention is that most of them are going to have a clay-inspired design. Next is Jumbo Josh. Jumbo Josh was a lot harder than I expected, mostly because I had a hard time trying to figure out the smile. I've been experimenting with teeth, and one of them ended up being based off the arcade design of the original Donkey Kong. Oh, and by the way of the design, I mostly kept it very faithful to the original design. From originally just looking like a green, moldy, misshapen hammer, I actually gave some gorilla elements, like how he's actually supposed to be a gorilla. Onto the monster design. As for the pose, I made it more gorilla. And as for his teeth, I actually gave him fangs to mimic a gorilla, along with the fact he has an inside mouth. Speaking of the inside mouth, a detail that some of these characters will have is if they're more animalistic or more insane. Another detail I kept faithful to the original is the visible veins around his body, or at least his fist. Up next is Bane. BanBan was the first for a redesign, which originally was just trying to draw the characters in my style until someone recommended me for my own take on the game. As you see here, it's pretty much just a BanBan redesign. Now with the monster design, is a little bit different. For his horns, they're kind of going with a chameleon kind of vibe. What I meant is that the horns are camouflaged to look more like party hats. But later, when you actually see the demonic version of BanBan in another video, is when his horns will actually change from party hat colors to actually pure red. Oh, a detail that someone noticed on his Popeye-inspired forearms is that it looks like it has a frown and a smile on each of them. Also, what I forgot to mention on the last picture was that I gave him thumbs. And to end this off is Captain Fiddle. For Captain Fiddles, I tried to give him more of a little bit of a pirate look. Hook hand, peg leg, pirate hat, eye patch, everything. I even gave him a little parrot that's just a little Opila baby. I did learn eventually that it turns out he was supposed to be a monkey, I think. So I guess that's kind of what I wish I would change about him. Other than that, I think he looks fine. Now for the monster design. This is my design of how a monster Fiddles would look like, since they never show the actual one, and probably not even a sign of where the hell he is. Anyway, for the design, his hook is now a long sword, which has stains of both creatures of the Gynanian blood and regular people, and the fact that he's a lot bigger than he should be. What I didn't show yet is his Fiddles crew, which will be shown in the next video. Well, so far, that is it for the Garden of BanBan showcasing. I know BanBan's monster form, along with Cat and Fiddle, doesn't show up in the first chapter, but I just wanted to show a little more characters before the next video, introducing the next chapter. And especially the fact that Captain Fiddles hasn't shown signs of existing in the recent chapters. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the art that was shown today. See you in the next one of these I would make. Have a good day, evening, or night, everyone.